Hi, seventh grade. Just wanted to connect with you guys today and share with you what the next couple of weeks are going to look like as far as doing language arts work at home. So I made this little slideshow and I'm just going to go through it with you guys and then we will get to work tomorrow morning. All right, so just what to expect. Here we go. Seventh grade ELA remote learning plan. All right, so a couple of important notes. I am going to be holding office hours by email every weekday from 9 to 11 in the morning. So that's the best time to reach me. I'm going to be sitting at my computer waiting to hear from you guys with any questions or concerns, or if you just want to say hello. I will be able to respond to you right away during these hours. You're also welcome to email me at any other time. But just because of other things that I might have going on at home or with my family, I might not be able to respond to you right away. But I'll get back to you as soon as I can. A reminder that my email address is brodaje@spsdme.org. Parents can reach me there as well. Your school email, if you just start typing in Broda, my name should pop right up. If you have some sort of issue that we can't fix by email, I do have some other ways that we can try to connect. We could use like a Google Meetup or something like that. But try email first and let's see if we can solve any problems that way and we can come up with a solution if we need to. Just want to remind you guys that all the work that we do during our remote learning phase won't be graded, but it is a great opportunity for us to be able to continue the progress that we're making. Um, we want to continue to progress on our skills so that we're all set up and ready for eighth grade and the end of this year. Um, I'm going to be posting a new assignment every day at 9 a.m. You have all day to work on it. It just doesn't need to be completed at a particular hour or time. But as long as you've done it before the next day's assignment is posted, you should be all set. All right, a couple of other notes. The first assignment that I'm going to give you on Google Classroom is going to be about your workspace and your environment. So your environment has a really big impact on how productive you are. So I want you guys to try to set up a workspace where you're going to be doing your daily learning. So it could be a desk if you have a desk available. It could be a section of a dining room table or a counter space where you're able to keep all of your learning stuff. I don't recommend working in your bed. It's just not the best location for being focused and attentive on schoolwork. So think in your head, what setting in your home or your apartment will be most productive for you? Which one will you be able to make it feel the most like school so that we can stay focused on what it is that we're doing? I'm going to ask you guys to either share a picture of your space on Google Classroom, or if you'd rather email it to me, you can do that too. I just want you guys to be mindful and really thinking about what your learning space can look like. So I'll show you mine. So Maddie, my daughter Maddie, she's also home. She got sent home from college. She's doing remote learning for her courses as well. Just like us, they're trying to figure it out, how to do chemistry labs and stuff like that at home. We have to share a space. So because of the space that we have available in our house, we're just in a situation where we have to share. So we have set up our desk. We're going to take turns at it. We're going to use some other spaces in our house if we need to. But for right now, we've just sort of set up organized piles, my stuff and her stuff, just to try to keep ourselves in learning mode. I recognize that you may also not have a perfect space, but let's just work with whatever each of us have available to us and try to carve out a spot that's our learning zone. A couple of other things that we're trying to share across all of our classes. So these rules that I'm going to go over apply to every class that you're enrolled in on Google Classroom. It's just an online class etiquette. So, what is etiquette? Etiquette is a set of rules for behaviors and social interactions. So, as an online student, communication's quite a bit different than it would be if we were sitting in the classroom together. Our first rule of etiquette, our sort of tip here, is to be respectful. Your classmates and all your teachers are real people too, who can be affected by the words that you say and write. So we want to keep in mind the feelings and opinions of others. And just think, if you wouldn't say it to someone's face, it's best not to post it and say it online either. Number 2, read everything out loud before you send it. It's really easy for our written text to be misread and misunderstood. So if you take a minute to read your words out loud, it will help you to notice what you've written and how that could come across. We want to be careful with humor and sarcasm. I definitely want to see your personality shine through in any writing things that I give you, but I want you to make it clear that you're being funny and not rude, because we just can't hear that intonation or the personality in your voice when it's in written form. 3 is to practice grammar and spelling. So not everything needs to be spelled or formatted correctly. We're all learning how to do this together, but it should reflect proper writing style. So try to save those emojis and abbreviations for when you're texting with your friends. Number 4 is do not post or share inappropriate material. I know that you guys know this, but we do need to sort of review it, I think. It's a little bit different when you're in a different setting than when you're at school. However, your iPad rules, your internet usage rules still apply. So keep that in mind when you go to post a response to something. And then the last one is to be forgiving. Just be understanding of others when they might struggle with written communication. Writing is not everyone's favorite way to communicate. Not everyone's comfortable with it or feels that they're a strong writer. So let's just keep in mind that writing is very different than simply talking to a person face to face. And let's try to be kind and respectful of others. So I do want to do as much as we can with Read 180 while we're at home. You guys have been making good progress on your skills overall in language arts class, and I think that we have access to the Read 180 materials at home, and we should really try to continue using them to make sure that we don't slide at all as we head towards 8th grade. We're going to try to do a couple of Read 180 rotations each day of 15 minutes each. We're not going to do all of them each day. We just don't have enough time, but it's available to you to use as much as you want. So let's go over how that might look. When we would typically do some small group instruction or work in our real books in school, we're now going to change that to a writing rotation. So we're going to continue to build our writing stamina, how much we can write at a time. We're going to be doing that by journaling in a Google Doc. We will be able to do an independent reading rotation at home pretty easily. So we are going to be doing more of that. I'm going to be sharing with you an independent reading log, and I'm also going to be sharing with you some resources for checking out a book from our Mahoney Library. Miss Gartley has put together a great slideshow, bunch of information about how to check out electronic books right on your iPad. So that's going to be coming out soon. And then you will also have access to Read 180 software at home also. So it will work on your iPads. You can also do it on a computer at home if you guys own a computer at your homes. I am going to be sending instructions for how to access that if you do want to do it on a different device than your iPad. The benefit to doing software at home is that you don't need any headphones, right? You're sitting there by yourself, so you can listen and record without the headphones. I will be checking to see if any of you submit recordings or things from the writing zone, and I'll send you an email with my feedback on those assignments if you get some of those completed. So stay tuned for that. And then the last big component of class that I want to share with you is that I am going to be doing an optional read aloud. This is not something you have to do. It's not included in our 30 minutes of classwork a day. However, it's there in case you're interested. So I'm going to be posting a daily read aloud. Listening to the read aloud won't be required, but it's there in case you want to tune in for a story. So I know we do a lot of reading as a group, reading out loud in class. I don't want to lose that just because we're not there. So I will be reading a book called Holes that some of you may have read before. Maybe you have not. There is a great movie that goes with it as well. It was going to be our next book that we were going to read in class. So, we'll see when we are able to come back to school. Maybe we'll be able to do it as a class still, but I did want to read it out loud in case you were looking for something to listen to. So Holes is a really cool book. It's about a character named Stanley Yelnats. He thinks he's under a family curse. He's been sent to a boys' detention center called Camp Green Lake. They try to encourage building of character by having the kids that are assigned there to spend all day digging holes that are exactly 5 feet wide and 5 feet deep. Stanley realizes that there's more going on to this story, and he knows that maybe they're digging holes because someone is looking for something. But what could be buried under the dried up lake? He tries to figure it out and solve the mystery, and we learn a lot about Stanley's family and the history of the whole area. It's a really cool book, has a great movie. I'll be posting a chapter of that each day for you to listen to if you're interested. So if you're confused still, don't worry. I'm going to be posting daily assignments and expectations each day at 9 a.m., just like I would if we were in class and I put up on the Apple TV what we're doing for the day. I'm going to be doing that same thing. So if any of this sounds confusing, don't worry about it. But I did want to do a little overview on what to expect over the next few weeks for those of you that were maybe a little bit nervous or anxious about what the class was going to look like. So I hope I'll be seeing you all around soon. Until then, I'll be seeing you on Google Classroom. Be prepared for us to have a new assignment posted tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I'll see you guys then. Bye.